Welcome back to Small Batch Miniatures Games. I'm Raymond. Today we will be continuing on part 4 of our Nightwatch Blood and Bone campaign. In Nightwatch, you typically play a 7-game campaign, so we're going to be doing the whole thing here on the channel. We're up to game 4. The mission is going to be an escort mission, so our small band of monster hunters needs to escort a person of interest through the Vreeland countryside. The Skaven, of course, have different plans and have laid an ambush. As always, in Nightwatch, you're going to be rolling to see if you can successfully do any action, and you need a 4-up to do so. Also, as always, if you like learning about new games, subscribe to Small Batch Miniatures Games and enjoy today's game. This mission is going to be based on the escort mission from the main rulebook. As always, there are 4 gnaw holes where our Skaven are going to be coming onto the board. In the escort mission, the Nightwatch have agreed to escort a messenger through the countryside from one city to another. Of course, the Skaven have craftily laid an ambush here, so they're going to be spawning starting at the end of the first turn. This is going to be a step up in difficulty from the last couple of missions, because instead of giant rats spawning at the beginning of the game, clan rats are going to be spawning at the start of the game, and later storm vermin, which are even scarier, are going to be spawning. The Nightwatch are going to have to use all their tricks. I'm going to have to remember some of the more advanced tricks and try and keep them alive here. So we will start turn 1, and the Nightwatch are just going to be moving up. Marin's going to move once. He's going to attempt to move a second time. He does not. He's going to attempt to move with his D8. He does. That's going to move him 12 inches. And then he is going to play it safe and reserve one of his dice as a defensive action. So he's entered a defensive stance. He can use that when he defends in the upcoming enemy round. Magnus moves up 6. He'll try and make another move. He does on a 6, and so he's going to move up. He will go ahead and go into Overwatch at this point. So he's going to shoot at anything that comes out of this knoll over here. That's the way he's going to face, and ready his pistol. We are considering the messenger, the VIP here, to be a 2d8 character, so he's going to get 2 d8 level actions. He does get a free move though, so he's going to move up 6 inches. He's going to use the first of his actions, move up another 6 inches, and then he will save this d8 and enter a defensive stance. Next up, Francisco is going to move his free movement, and he'll try and make a second movement with his second action. He fails there. He's actually going to turn, face Gnawhole number 1, and ready an offensive spell with his last remaining action. So he's going to be ready to shoot one of his elemental blasts at anything that spawns from number 1 over there. Otto's going to move up 6. He'll attempt to move another 6. He does. He's going to move up over to here. And Otto's going to go into an Overwatch. The Gnawhole in that far corner, so anything that approaches from that area, the first thing that approaches will be met by his blunderbuss. So very defensive, very reactive first turn here, because this is going to get a little scary. These clan rats, when they make a charge or when they move into contact with one of the Nightwatch, they get a free attack, and then they have 2 d8 actions on top of that. So you gotta watch out for them. We're going to spawn 2 in 2 random corners. So 1 is going to come out of Gnawhole number 2. Another one's going to come out of Gnawhole number 1. So that's going to be the top 2 corners. First clan rat from number 1. Another clean rat from number 2. Now, as soon as he spawns there, he's going to incur an offensive spell by Francisco. This will be an elemental spell cast by Francisco at that clan rat. He does hit once. Clan rat gets to defend with a d8. It's going to be at -1, so he'll need a 5 to defend himself. And he's toast. The clan rat over at this side is going to make his first free move here. He'll attempt to keep moving with his first d8 action. He continues to move. At this point, he's going to be within range of Otto. So before he makes his last action, Otto is going to take a shot with his blunderbuss. That's a hit. It's going to be a -2 because there's no cover or anything like that. And so this rat's going to need a 6 to save. He doesn't get a 6. He rolls a 3. That was some good shooting by the Nightwatch, turn 1. We're going to continue to turn 2. I'll move the VIP first. He's going to go up 6. He's going to use one of his d8 actions to try and keep moving here. He does get to keep moving, and he's going to use his last action to go into a defensive stance in case he gets tagged. Marin's going to move up 6. He'll use a d6 to keep moving. He does. He will use a d8 to try and keep moving. He does. So he's just going to get up the road a little bit, go into a defensive posture. Magnus only has a move of 4, which I need to continually remind myself of. He's going to make another 4-inch move. His pistol's still loaded, so he's going to go to Overwatch. Anything that comes from behind the party here, he's going to blast with his pistol. Otto's going to make a free move. He will attempt to reload, which he does successfully. And he's going to lay an Overwatch, once again pointing towards the far corner over there, knothole 2. Francisco is going to do his free movement. He's going to try and continue moving. He doesn't with his d6. He'll try it with a d8. He does continue moving with his d8. And then he'll just take a defensive stance, because that's all he can do with his last action. Let's spawn some more Skaven. Going to be 1 each again. So we've got 1 coming out of number 2, 1 coming out of number 3. Number 2. And number 3. Move number 2 first. He's going to move up 6. He's going to attempt to move again. On a 1, he doesn't. 1 more action. On a 7, he does. He's going to move up again. That's going to put him in range, in line of sight of Otto here. Otto's going to unload with his blunderbuss. He does get a hit. And it's going to be saved on a 6 up by the rat. This rat's toast. Back down to over here. 6-inch move by the rat. It's going to attempt to move again. It does. And it's going to meet Marin in combat. So the clan rat gets a free swing the first time any clan rat gets into combat with somebody. This will be the free swing here. All right, that's a hit. And Marin, since he's in a defensive stance, can roll his regular D4 armor as well as this D10. He just needs one of these to be a 4 up here. And the D4 is a 4, so he successfully parries that. The rat has 1 more action, so he's going to swing again. That's another hit. So Marin is going to use his defensive posture again and defend. And that's a 3 and a 2. That's not going to do it. So Marin takes a hit. Moving on to turn 3. Let's start with Marin here. This is going to be important if he can clear this guy or not. He is going to go, he's going to use both of his action dice on attempting a critical strike here. If he succeeds on both of these, then the enemy takes basically a -4 to this. This is something anybody can do. I haven't been doing it so far. Let's try it. That is a success on both counts, so that's a -4. So this rat is going to be saving on an 8. And a 1 will not do it. So Marin clears him out. Marin still does have a free move. He's getting awfully close to that null hole, though. So I think he's going to wait. He's going to move towards this box with his free move here. Our VIP is going to make one move and then save this for a defensive action. Otto is going to move up to these boxes, make a check with a D10. He does succeed, so we'll roll for an item here in a second. He's going to try a reload here. With a 6, he does reload successfully. And then he's going to try for, no, he'll save this for defensive action, just in case somebody gets a hot roll coming out of that second knot hole up there. Loot table, what did he find? He found one utility item, okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give him some flash powder. Magnus is feeling like while there's a lull, he should get in on some of the action too, so that's his free movement. He's going to take a look. He successfully gets that treasure. He's going to use a D8 to start moving the opposite direction. He is going to go into a defensive stance. Cisco moves up 6. He's going to attempt to make another move here. He doesn't. So he's going to hold a spell in reserve. This is going to be an arcane bolt, sorry, and anything that comes out of here he's going to watch out for and try an arcane bolt if it does pop up. And what loot did Magnus find? He found D10 silver, 2 silver. Spawning time. 2 clan rats are going to come out of corner 2, and 2 clan rats are going to come out of corner 1. That's going to be the top 2 corners again. They're going to make their free moves at the same time here. I will roll for them at the same time. 1 is going to continue on 6 more inches. And then can he continue another 6 inches? He can. This guy gets 1 more action. He's going to move up. So heading up the road here. Then from over on this side, they're both going to move up 6. One of them gets to continue. Another 6. Can he go even further? He can't. The one in the back can go up another 6. They're going to be both right there. It doesn't set off Francisco's Overwatch because he's facing the wrong way. But that will move it to turn 4. Marin's going to use his free action and chug a healing potion to remove that wound. He's going to start searching the stack that he's standing next to. So he does successfully search it on a 5. He receives D10 silver and 7 this time. He's still got a D8. He's going to use it. And that's a successful move. So he's going to move up right to here. Turn and enter a defensive posture. Our VIP is going to move up once. Roll to keep moving. He successfully keeps moving. Okay, so the main objective is complete. Our messenger has gotten through to a safe area. Now we've just got to get the Nightwatch out. Francisco makes a free move over here to get in template range, fireball range of those two clan rats. He's got advantage here. He's going to roll for an offensive fireball blast spell. And with a 7, that is successful. So it's going to be a -1 on the first, so then you have 5 to save on the first one. First clan rat's toast, second clan rat is all right. So one of the clan rats is engulfed in flames. Now Francisco's going to try an arcane bolt on that other one. He doesn't like the fact that that guy's still around. So this will be his third spell that he's cast. That is successful. And on a 5-up, the rat survives. All right, this clan rat's gone too. Nice spell slinging. He'll save his d6 for a defensive posture. Magnus can just make it back to the road here. And he's going to fire his pistol using his d10. So he needs a 4 here. All right, that's successful. It's going to be a -1 for that rat, so he's saving on a 5. He doesn't save. Magnus tries another move. He's unsuccessful. Magnus tries another move. He is successful that time. Slowly making it there. Now we've got Otto. He's going to swing around back to the road. And he's going to take a shot with his blunderbuss down the road at that rat. He gets advantage here. That is a hit for sure. The rat's going to be saving on a 6-up. The rat does save. Otto's going to try to reload. He successfully reloads. And I think he's going to be a little bit cautious and go into a defensive stance rather than try and take out that last rat, because we've got more reinforcements coming in one moment. All right, we've got storm vermin on the way. We've got 1 storm vermin coming out of 2 different corners, 1 storm vermin from corner 3, and 1 storm vermin from corner 2. Storm vermin are 3d10 enemies. That means they're going to get 3d10 actions to make every turn. So they are really not to be underestimated here. I know they're just rats in armor, but these rats have training. So this first storm vermin is going to move up to here. He's going to try and move into combat. His first action he fails. He'll try again. His second action he fails. He's a little bit hesitant. His third action, that's a 10. He makes it in. And him and Marin are in combat. Normally he wouldn't get to fight because he's all out of actions, but he has the same rule. So storm vermin have the same rule as clan rats. When they get into combat, the first time when they charge in, they get a free swing. And with an 8, that's going to do it. All right, so there's no negatives to this. So on a 4-up from either his normal D4 armor or his defensive stance, Marin is going to save this on a 4-up. That's a 2 and a 3, so Marin takes the hit. Could have been a lot worse. We've got a second storm vermin who's going to activate. Free action. Does he keep moving? I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, that's a 10, so he definitely moves. Second action. Does he keep moving? He does. He gets a free swing. He misses, but his third action he gets to swing again. All right. So Marin is going to have to defend against that. He's now at a -1, so he needs a 5. His D4 is not going to help him. Okay. Marin takes another wound. We do have a clan rat left over here who gets a free move. He can move a second time just outside of Otto's range, and then he stops right there. That is the end of turn 4. We're to turn 5. Francisco turns. He sees Marin in trouble. Not the first time he's seen him in trouble. And he's going to try and attempt a teleport spell on Marin. Alright, that does go off successfully. That'll be the 4th spell he's successfully put out. So that's going to let Marin teleport up to 6 inches. I'm going to say he teleports over here and then uses a free move to get off the board. So Marin makes it out barely. Can the rest of the Night Watch? Francisco can hit both of these storm vermin with an elemental blast here. He's not only going to he's not only going to try and cast it here, he's going to spend an additional grimoire charge on this, so it'll be even more powerful, but this is the last spell he'll be able to do for the game. So on a 5 and a 9, that does go off. Both of these storm vermin get hit with a elemental charge, and they are going to be suffering a -2 to this because he overpowered it, or he overcharged it. So they're going to need 6s to save. They're saving on D10s, though, because they're real tough. They both save it. So he's got something he can use because he's upgraded. This is called an Arcane Shield. So he's going to give up his free move for the turn. He is going to be able to do an Arcane Shield, which is going to put a 2.5-inch bubble around him of +2 to defend rolls. So, and then he's also going to use his D6 to enter a defensive posture because they've got to try and survive till next turn. Magnus is going to do his free move 4 inches up to here. Let's see, he can toss his grenades up to 4 inches. That would hit one of them at least. Well, let's give it a go. So he's going to toss a grenade here. Magnus is going to toss a grenade directly in front of him. On a 5, that's going to make it. Now, I think that is only going to hit one of them. Let me check here. Yeah, it's just going to hit one of the clan rats, or one of the storm vermin, sorry. One of the storm rats is going to take a -2. And so he's going to need a 6 to save this. He gets a 6. Magnus is going to try and reload his pistol here. He does not even do that. He'll save his D8 for trying to defend himself here in a second. Otto's going to use a free move to move up. He's going to fire at this clan rat behind them. He gets advantage here. That's a hit. Clan rat needs a 6. Clan rat's gone. Otto's going to turn, try and reload. He doesn't. He'll spend his last action going for another reload. Okay, this time he does reload successfully. So Otto's reloaded. Both of these two are in defensive positions, and we're about to have some more storm vermin enter the field. It's going to be 2 more storm vermin. One coming out of hole 2, another one coming out of hole 2. So 2 storm vermin from the top corner. This storm vermin is able to enter combat with Magnus. He gets a free swing from that. That's a hit. No penalties, so we would be looking for a 4-up because he's got a +2 from Francisco. He just needs a 2-up here. He's good. And then we've got 3 more attacks from that Storm Vermin. First one hits, 2 up to save, saved. Second one hits, or no, second one misses. Third one misses as well. So that was the first Storm Vermin. The second Storm Vermin moves up. He is going to now have an advantage. So free hit. That does hit. It's going to be a 3 up to save this time. He saves it. And then first action, miss. Second action, hit. 3 up to save. Saves it. Fourth action, miss. That could have been a lot worse. And then we've got 2 Storm Vermin up here. They're both going to move their 6 inches for free. First action, one of them moves up another 6. Second action, another 6. Third action, all right, he stops right there. And this guy's got 2 more actions. Another 6. Another 6. Well, they're definitely not letting the Nightwatch get away easy here. It's turn 6. So Magnus has a new ability that's about to, I think, come in handy, and I've been waiting to use this because it has probably the best name of any ability. Flash Powder Sucker Punch. So I guess this is the equivalent of Flash Powder Pocket Sand. So he gets to do this if he's at full health. It takes the place of his free move. And he can only do this a couple times a game, 4 times a game. He can disengage a full movement here, so only 4 inches. But he's going to disengage and move around like this. They don't get the free hits they normally would when you disengage. And he gets a free hit on one of the enemies he was engaged with. So he's going to use, he'll just use a d6. He's not banking on this. Nope, and he was too busy concentrating on getting out of there. He's going to use a d8 to try and continue moving. He continues moving, 4 inches at a time. There's actually no way he's going to be able to get off the board this turn. Oh, that is unfortunate. He's still got a d10. I think he's got to throw another bomb here, so he's going to be tossing one of his granados from his pouch right into the middle of all these Storm Vermin. And on a 7, it explodes where he wants it to. Now each of these Storm Vermin is going to take a -2 hit here, so they're going to be saving on 6s. The first one is dead. Second one is dead. The third one is also slain. The fourth one, okay, he's still up. But that was definitely worth a Granado. Magnus is out of actions. Otto is going to use his free move first to get on the other side. He's going to turn around and blast this Storm Vermin with his blunderbuss, point blank. It does hit. The Storm Vermin is going to be saving on a 6. That Storm Vermin, he's made of iron. He doesn't go down. Magnus is going to try and keep moving here. He can keep moving. He wants to move off the board, but he also doesn't want Magnus to get killed again. So he's going to be a body block. He's going to save. Let's see. What does he still have? I believe I just used his D8, so he's going to be saving with a D6 here. Okay, so Francisco is going to try his Arcane Shield again. Now, I've been rereading the rules here. I believe I still have to roll with this. I have to be at full health. I have to give up my free move. I have to choose one of my action die to roll, and I have to make a successful roll here in order to do this. So, and I can only do this, you know, 5 times a game. I've done it once. So he's going to try it. Okay, that is successful. So he's going to get his arcane shield again, but now he's only got 2 actions left. He will try and move with his D6. Oh, he will try and move with his D8. Okay, well, at least he gets 1 move. So he's going to move 6 inches. He's now giving his buff to these 2 characters, so that's the important part. Okay, we're to spawning time. It's the last spawn of the game. This is gonna be 2 storm vermin coming from 2 different corners. I also decided to add some rules and make myself a little table here for some special enemies. So we'll see if a special enemy comes out. So first 2 storm vermin are going to come out of hole number 2. Okay, so far corner. That's not the end of the world. The second 2 enemies are going to come out of hole number 4, which is right here. Okay, and then is one of those enemies going to be a special enemy? Yes, one of those enemies is going to be. So this is a table I created before this game because I wanted to mix it up and bring in some more models. And so the special enemy that's going to come in is going to be an Eshin assassin. He moves 8 inches. He's going to be a little bit faster and a little bit deadly in combat. He's going to come out with a regular storm vermin. So we will start with this storm vermin right here. He's going to move towards the nearest enemy, which is Francisco. He gets a free swing here, which is a hit. Francisco is just going to have his normal D4 armor here that all the heroes get. But thankfully he got off his spell last turn, his arcane shield. So he's going to be saving on a 2 here instead of on a 4. And he does save that. This storm vermin has 3 actions now. First action is a hit. 2-up save. He saves it. Second action. Misses. Third action. Hits. Come on, Francisco. And a 2-up. That saves. We've got 2 storm vermin up here. I'll move them there 6 inches. Do they continue? One of them does. And this guy doesn't move up again. He gets 1 more chance. Okay, that's going to put him into combat with Francisco. He gets to take a free swing here. He misses. And then we've got this guy back here. He's got 2 more actions. First action fails. Second action succeeds. He's going to move up 6 more. And then way back here we've got an Eshin assassin rushing forward with 8 there. He's a 3d10 character just like the storm vermin. He fails the first rush forward. He makes a second rush forward. He makes the third rush forward and stops just a little short. This storm vermin, I'm just going to see how far he moves. So he's going 6 times 4, he's going 24 inches. Whew. That actually gets him into contact with Otto, and he gets a free swing, which he makes. Otto gets to use his D4 and his defensive stance. Because of this arcane shield that's once again coming in clutch, he gets to, he's going to be making this on a 2-up. And he makes that save. All right, turn 7, the final turn here. The boys have got to get out of dodge. Francisco is going to try and cast a teleport on himself here. On a 9, he gets it, and he uses his free move to exit the board. Nice job, Francisco. Otto's going to have to take a little bit of a risk. He is going to make a move out of combat. That's going to give the storm vermin a free hit. It hits. Otto saves on a 4-up. All right, so Otto takes a wound, but he can continue to keep moving here. So, come on, Otto. All right, Otto moves off the board. And then poor old Magnus, with only his 4-inch move, moves once. Come on, Magnus. D8. All right. And with that successful roll, Magnus moves off the board. So, the Nightwatch get out just in the nick of time. They did successfully save the messenger. They got some treasure out of this. So even though the difficulty went up quite a bit, I think playing it really defensive like I did helped a lot. And the guys got out. Nightwatch is in the clear, at least for this mission. Till next time, see you in mission 5.